Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, denomination, races, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, bringing you guys and gals as usual, One Piece, One Piece, chapter 767 review. Now, before I dive right in, before I put on my bathing suit, which, ladies, calm down. I gotta say, this week, no live reactions, because, honestly, tomorrow, meaning Saturday, I got a lot of shit to do, including videos. And I don't have the time to do a live reaction and a chapter review for one particular chapter. Because the live reactions take, honestly, a 15-minute live reaction to 20-minute live reaction takes about 45 minutes to an hour just to edit. That excludes rendering. That excludes thumbnail creation. That excludes actually putting up on YouTube and then putting the tags up and so on and so forth. So if you're going to do, let's say, 3 or 4 live reactions, which I do normally on a regular basis, but not anymore since Naruto ended, then that's going to take, and it normally does take, around 4 to 5 hours. I do not have the time of day to waste 4 or 5 hours on that type of editing and rendering and so on and so forth, because tomorrow is a busy day for me. So, thing here is this. I said, you know what? Today, we're just going to do the review. Old school King. I got my key points. Oh, yeah. I got my key points. Are you? That tongue skill, they go crazy. They go crazy. Now, I got 3 key points. And because the chapter is actually very simple, but I gotta say this. I read the chapter on Manga Panda. Manga stream translation, I don't know what was going on there. Like, it just seemed weird. I was like, something is off. And if it's off on One Piece, odds are it's off for Bleach as well. So I wound up reading Bleach and One Piece on Manga Panda as opposed to Manga Stream this week. Again, it's a very odd week because I'm bringing it back with the key points, and I'm basing this off of Manga Panda, not Manga Stream. So, I mean, it is what it is. So whatever. Point here is this. Let me dive right into the chapter. First key point. Whoa, Flamingo. When he was a kid, young pup. We knew that he killed his pops. That was already stated. So I figured that he killed his pops when he was like immersed in rage and shit. When he was on some like Asha's Raz shit, just yelling. Yeah! No. It wasn't rage. It wasn't an accident. He straight up executed. He didn't. Again, no rage, not insanity, not madness. He didn't. It wasn't an accident on his part. He straight up executed. His father was on his knees holding Roshi. Apparently, because this, I think, takes place right after the burning of the building that they were thrown on. Like, you know how like they were pretty much crucified on a building, and then they couldn't move. They had the civilians or like the regular town folks just blast them full of arrow holes, and then you had everyone crying among them except for Flamingo, who was like on some like rage shit, like I'm gonna kill you all. Apparently after that, it seems like he used Shoku no Haki. He knocked these dudes out. So these dudes were shocked, like, oh my god, this kid's insane. All of a sudden, gone. And apparently Virgo and Trebo were there, and like, oh, like he's the king, like he's our king. And because you just see Virgo, who I think looks poor, meaning that he's not like as rich as he is now, obviously, and he has like a half-eaten loaf of bread stuck to his face, like, ugh. So that's the way it looks. And either way, apparently they're just there. Trebo gives him the power that he needs, which I think is a gun, and then he just points that shit at the back of his dad's head. Dad turns around. I'm sorry you had me as a father. Boom. And then Rocinante starts crying. He executed. He didn't just simply kill. He executed his father. Now I can see why Roshi was so adamant about telling Law that this dude is a monster. I mean, forget about the fact that you're killing your father. You're killing him in a way where it's an execution in front of your little brother. And you have no remorse whatsoever. He shows that at the end of this chapter when he kills Rossi. Like, you forced me to kill my flesh and blood once again. Flamingo is a hardcore dude. He really is. And it's not even like when, like, this didn't start when he was in, like, his early 20s or, like, late teens. No. This started when he was a freaking kid. When he was fresh out the womb, sucking on tits. What the fuck, man? Like, yo, Flamingo is hardcore. Damn. Yo. Though, I gotta say, even though he's really hardcore, the dude still ain't fucking with Kaito. He's like, oh shit, Kaito. In comes Kaito walking down the block, like, yo, Flamingo, where you at? This dude's in the corner hiding, like, shit, no. I'm not here. I don't exist right now. So, again, I think another weird roundabout testament to Kaito. To make someone this hardcore just quake in his boots. Oh, jeepers, Scooby, where are you? Let's go. Like, yeah, fucking Kaito, that's how powerful he is. Turns this dude into Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I can't find you. Like, Kaito, like this... I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know. Alright, moving on. Next point. Dory is Drake. That's obvious. He has the scar on his chin. It's clear as day. And apparently, his name, I don't know how it works, but apparently it works. Where the translation winds up meaning Drake. So whatever. Dory is Drake. And to me, I mean, hey man, it is what it is. I mean, so that would, I guess, confirm that Drake's from like the North Blue. Because right now they're the North Blue. I'm assuming. But either way, apparently according to... Because I was told before that this translation of Dory means Drake, but I didn't believe it. But then, A, you see the actual person, the kid, and he has a scar on his chin. The X-shaped scar. B, you have the Das Barrels dude explain how Dory, even though he's a kid, he's the strongest among them. The whole T-Rex thing. Yeah. I mean, I still don't get. I don't see how a T-Rex is a threat in the new world. Unless you're CP9, you're a fighting T-Rex with like Genpo, Sor, like Roncat, Shigen, Rogue Ogans, and you're doing crazy shit. And you have Armored Hockey up the wazoo and Ken Bushman Hockey. I don't see how a T-Rex is a threat. I mean, like, this dude, when you see him in the cover story, it looks like he's Kaito's bitch. Kaito has a collar on. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, you're doing my work. Coming at me. I bet you that this dude, Drake, tried to attack Kaito. Can't reach him, no. Kaito's like, fucking, fuck you. Gives him the Luigi. Out of here. And then he's serving this dude on Knuckles and shit. Well, no, I'm sorry, not Knuckles, on claws. Like, fuck out of here. So, I'm not buying this bullshit of the T-Rex. Fuck the T-Rex. Fuck it. So, I know I deviated again. But the last among that point, of those sub-points, is the fact that the Marines took Dory in. We know that Drake was a former Marine, and the Marines took in Dory, which wound up benefiting Korra at the end of the chapter. Well, not Korra, but Law, because Law got lucky. So, right there, we can safely say that Dory is the red flag, ex-Drake. Now, the last point of the chapter, last key point, point number 3. The death of Kaito, and how you have this whole thing going on, where initially, it seemed like you had very unlucky events occur with Korra, and how this transforms, where not only does he get lucky in the sense that Law can't open the chest. He can't open the treasure chest, so he can't get out. Not only is he lucky in the sense that he was able to stay alive long enough so the cries and wails of Law couldn't reach Flamingo's ears, but also the fact that when Dory got captured, when he was taken in by the Marines, they assumed that it was Law. And the fact of the matter was that Law was actually right behind Korra. Furthermore, it was not just because you had Flamingo. Flamingo's talking about how we're going to sneak on board the ship and take back Law. But who winds up being the person, Otsuru. And he's like, shit, no, whoa. And because we don't know how powerful she is. But apparently Otsuru's powerful enough to make a young Flamingo say, you know what, no. Like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, let's just go. I'm like, damn. So, I mean, because we've seen her, like, take people and drive them as if they were clothing. So, her powers are fairly hacks, I assume. I just don't know how powerful she actually is compared to other admirals and vice admirals. I can't gauge her. But, again, powerful enough to make a young Flamingo think second about his actions and just leave. So, yeah, that to me is a good sign of her strength. So, in a lot of ways, Korra and Law did get very lucky, despite the fact that there were a stream of unlucky events beforehand. Now, again, Law can't realize that because Law's a kid, and he just lost someone who, in a sense, was another fatherly figure in his life, which is a very sad thing. And to me, the saddest part about that wasn't Flamingo killing Rosie, because we knew that was happening. It wasn't in the fact that Law was there to see it. Well, he couldn't really see it because, he couldn't see it, but he could hear it. But it was the fact that Law was a few centimeters away from what was going on. That's the surprising part. He can hear Korra getting beat down by Gladius and Trebol, and how everyone's surrounding him, and how you have this argument back and forth between Korra and Flamingo. And he's hearing this, and at first it starts off nice because you get a sense from Korra that everything's gonna be okay, and like a sub flashback where Korra, he says, "Law, I love you," and he's smiling at that weird creepy face. But that sense of hope slowly diminishes away, and the only thing Law can perceive that from is through hearing. Ironically so, because this is the person, Korra is the person who has the ability to negate hearing. And the fact that he was so close, he was so fucking close to Korra, and he couldn't do a damn thing. So, that to me is the saddest part. The fact that he was so close to Korra, and he had no power to help him, despite the fact that he just attained the Opi Opi Nomi, one of the most hacked fruits we've ever seen in the One Piece verse. So ironic in so many ways. And I think I'll add this as another key point, but it's part of point 3. When Korra is telling Flamingo, Law's free, he will no longer need to follow you because you're a mad pirate, something like that. Like his final yell to Flamingo, someone being free. It reminded me of what was stated before by Luffy to Rayleigh in Shimonek Archipelago, where he tells him that to him, being the Pirate King isn't the one who rules the sea, the ocean. It is the freest person on the ocean. Somewhere on those lines. So, it reminded me of what was stated back then by Luffy, because it goes along the same lines of what Korra is saying right now to Flamingo about Law. So, again, I guess more Will of D parallels here that are going on in One Piece. But overall, the chapter is pretty nice. It does hit heavy with some major points. And obviously, Flamingo, Korra, he's now dead. You see the process by which he actually kills his father, which again is a major thing. He executes him. And then you have what appears to be Drake, who is somehow tied into this, obviously not fully aware of what's happening, but we see Drake, when he's a kid, Dory, and how the emotions and the impact, it's clearly there when you know that Law is so close to Korra, but he can't do a damn thing. Can't help him all. So, the chapter overall, I'm going to give a rating of a great plus to an amazing. I really like the chapter. I do. It's simple, but it is important. And honestly, I may actually put Law's flashback from an emotional standpoint. From a tragic standpoint, I'm probably going to put over Brooks' flashback. Because Brooks' flashback, even though it's very tragic, the way the events play out for Law, and it's not even done yet, mind you. His flashback isn't even fucking done. And I'm like, shit. Like this, whoa. So, yeah, I'm going to say that this is the most tragic, this is the most emotional flashback I've seen thus far in One Piece. And I didn't expect that coming from Law. Initially in the story, I never would have seen this coming. But it is what it is, and I mean, it really makes me want Flamingo to just suffer. Not by Law's hands, but by someone who is far stronger than him. Just how Flamingo himself made Korra and Law suffer, who himself were far stronger than them. And Kaito is the appropriate person. Just saying. I mean, Law and Luffy can team up and beat Flamingo together. But I want Flamingo to actually, if he's gonna die, make him die by the hands of Kaito. So I'm done. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.